Hi, happy Friday everyone. Welcome to my bedroom. Welcome back to my bedroom. We were here last week, weren't we? Piercing my ears, which are healing quite nicely, by the way. I believe I did a wardrobe change. I was really cold. So I'm hanging out in here today on this lovely Friday, and I thought it would be fun to get super baked, paint my nails, eat some snacks. I got a cinnamon roll, these honey roasted peanuts, and Ritz Bits crackers, and I could do a little Q&A. I just feel like I haven't really like sat down and like tried to give you guys a little bit of who I am. If you like bother to watch this, you may as well know a little bit about me. Wait, am I making sense? Probably not. I'm stoned. It sounds cheesy if I think about it too much, but I'm also like really high, so I overthink anything anyway. But I thought that'd be chill. I found like 2 pages of questions on Pinterest. One is like super basic questions just to break the ice, and then the second one is a little bit deeper. We'll see how many of those I can actually answer while my brain is this fried. I think the snack of choice I'm gonna start with will be this cinnamon roll. See that? That cinnamon part was always my favorite. Oh my god, my mouth was so dry. Can y'all see me? Hi. Come here. Grab my hand, bestie. What do you want to know? So like the first question here is height. I'm 5'6". Hobbies. So I like haven't been that much lately, but ultimately I'm a pretty crafty girl, me and my boyfriend. That painting I did, I really don't like it. That was when I was really trying to really trying to bring out like something in my brain that was artsy and like different. Like I was trying to be abstract basically. The only thing that's actually fucking legit is this mushroom right here. Oh man, I gotta show you those over there. Those are my favorite art pieces we've done. Bro, look at these. We did all of the characters first, so it was like a white background, and then we were like, oh shit, we need like a background to it, and we added the different shapes. We tried to make it feel real like 90s, I guess, and that was so hard. We had to paint around all of the characters. This was really hard to do too. And then this one came out so much better. Got like a different structure. We made it easier on ourselves. We each did a different Cartoon Network show, just like this. I did Scoops, I did Ed, Edd n Eddy, he did Codename, he did Powerpuff Girls, and he did all of these actually. We pulled out the name of the show out of like a cup every day, and we each like painted a section. So that's how we did it with the Nickelodeon one as well. If I got Scooby-Doo and he got Codename, we would just pick which square to paint it in, and once the other one was done, the other one, you get it. I did Infinity Train, he did, that's Cow and Chicken. He did Johnny Bravo, he did Over the Garden, Ben 10, Grim Adventures. I think he did such a good job on the background especially. I did this. Painting checkers is a nightmare. I did Samurai Jack and Gumball, Mordecai and Rigby. They were so difficult to do, and I didn't know what to do for the background. I wanted to make it feel like it was in regular show. That was so hard. I feel like I messed him up so bad. I did Dexter as well. I loved that little picture. I did Courage. I'm really proud of Courage. And I did Teen Titans. He did Steven, and he did Tom and Jerry. And it's like one of my favorite things we've ever painted. I'm really proud of those. Relationship status, I am in a relationship, 5 years strong. My favorite color, that is, I've come to realize pretty recently that my favorite color is black. That's my favorite color, is black. And I'm really liking pink for some reason. I never would have thought. The teenage me would never. And I would just look at her and just be like, get over it. Pink looks really good, especially with black. Pink is cute as fuck. My favorite season is, it used to be winter, but low-key, I think it's spring. I think spring is my favorite season because I love the fucking rain. And that's usually when it rains the most. I really like fall too because of the holidays and the feeling of it just cooling down. But I think my favorite season overall is spring for sure. My favorite number. For some reason that resonates with me because I remember when I picked my favorite number. Like, does anybody else do that? I feel like when I was a kid, like everybody had their favorite number. Does everybody still have their favorite number? If you remember what your favorite number is, comment it, please. Because I'm about to tell you mine, and it's 8. It's kind of been like a lucky number of mine. Prime example, I had a little bit of sticky fingers for a very short time in my life, and you know, obviously sticky fingers are on everybody, but there was a time when I was getting really ballsy. So like a little after high school, me and some friends were going through a little bit of a phase where we had some sticky fingers, and there was some successful trips to some stores, and I had one successful trip in a JCPenney. And then I went and did it again with my sister there. We got caught, didn't even make it out the mall. I walked inside the mall instead of leaving the mall, and the loss prevention guy came and collected us and walked us back to JCPenney. It was so embarrassing. They called the cops. My sister was like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, it was literally all me. It was all me. I took the blame. It was on me. So embarrassing. When the cop came and they did the math on all of the shirts that I was trying to steal, their limit was like $100. If you tried to steal $100 worth of merchandise, then you would go to jail right there. But mine was $8 shy of $100. $8, and I didn't have to go to jail. I got a ticket, but it was like after all the adrenaline went away and the embarrassment of almost involving my sister in a crime. Well, I did, but yeah, almost getting in trouble for it. The number 8 saved me from going to jail that day. And then I went to jail a bunch of other times after that, so I didn't really learn my lesson. I mean, I did, just not for being a klepto. My favorite ice cream flavor, recently, I discovered a box of Butterfinger ice cream. It's just a Butterfinger ice cream bar. And I was getting it for my boyfriend because he likes Butterfingers. And then he ate it and he told me to try it, and I tried it, and it's my new favorite ice cream. It's like heavenly. Like, I don't talk about like food like that very much, especially since I've been going on like a weight loss journey recently and I don't like eat as much. That shit's so banging. Favorite YouTubers. Definitely my current favorite. Her name's McDizzle. I don't know what her like whole tag name is, but I just know it's McDizzle. And she's like my comfort person right now. I think I actually have her on in the background right now. Look. See? I also watch like Jake Weber, Johnny Gilbert, sometimes Tara. I have one, her name's Frances Ray. I watch her. And then like other random stuff like true crime. But yeah, those are my favorite YouTubers. And PewDiePie every now and then. I love watching his vlogs with Marzia. Best thing that has happened to me this week is starting Minecraft. I never indulged in Minecraft ever, and it has changed my life. If you dyed your hair, what color would you dye it? Blonde. Like, I recently fried the fuck out of my hair. I fried it so bad, I basically chopped off like the under half of my hair. Look, it's just chunks, okay? Because it got fried. I did a color remover and it bleached the hell out of my hair, but it also damaged it severely. So I'm just waiting for it to grow. As you can tell, it's grown a lot. I'm just waiting for it to grow before I like retouch it up with blonde. Like, And I'm gonna try to use like actual bleach instead of like box dye like I usually do. I just need to grow a little bit longer. This is the longest I've gone without dyeing my hair. I'm really proud of myself, actually. All right, now let's move on to the other questions. I think that was enough. And I don't know how, if I'm even gonna be able to really answer these. It's hard for me to like execute full, coherent, comprehensive thought when I'm blasted. What's the one thing you would change about your past if you could? Being extremely insecure, being super, super worried about everyone else except yourself. What is your biggest regret in life? One regret I have. This is so embarrassing, but I got scammed. Me and my boyfriend got scammed a few years ago out of like over $3,000, and I like believed it all the way up until I put real physical money into like a crypto or Bitcoin machine at a gas station. Yeah, I actually put $3,000. I went to a gas station, put about $3,000 into a machine that digitally transfers money to somebody. Didn't even know his full name. I gotta stop. It's so cringe. But yeah, there's a regret. But I have to like understand that I had a fucking dumbass moment and I let that happen, and I can't regret it. I have to just, that was something that was meant to happen. That was along my path line of life doing that, and it sucks. It's cringe. What's the most important lesson you've learned from a past relationship? That some people can't be saved, that it's important that you don't lose yourself with somebody, and it's really important to like want growth, you know, for yourself, for the other person, like whatever like things that hold you back in life, like you should want to spend like every day wanting to like get over that shit. I think growth is really something I've learned because I spent a lot of time with somebody who was just stagnant and just wanted to be miserable. It's a weird and sad way to live. What's the most daring thing you've ever done? Drugs, probably. It's the most daring thing I've done. What's something you've done that you'd advise others never to do? Drive with drugs in the car. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. What's the most challenging goal you've achieved? Not being homeless anymore. And getting my first apartment, my very first one. Definitely an achievement. Absolutely. If you could have a conversation with your younger self, what would you say? Stop being boy crazy. Stop worrying so much about what everybody else is doing around you. Stop. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares. Like, just do whatever you want. Wear your hair down. Go to school without a jacket on. Just be yourself, girl. Like, do your best you. You were always fucking cool. You were just so unbelievably shy. No, get over that shit. Okay, sorry for the change in angle, probably the change in lighting, probably the change in everything, but my camera, he took his time, but he caught up with being a little shithead today, and he died on me, even though the camera is literally connected to a charger, but whatever, I'll use my phone. So I just wrote down like 4 more questions. I think I've answered quite a few. I don't even know how many I've answered at this point. We'll see. One of the questions was, what is the most unusual job you've ever had? Whenever I lived like in this tiny country ass town called Mingus, Texas, I tried to work at a few of the restaurants that were there, because like that's all I've ever done is like basically been a waitress, like a server. There's 3 different restaurants that I worked at while I was out there. One of them was called the Smokestack, and they didn't even hire me as a server. They hired me as a busboy. The lead server, her name was Pooh. She used to like serve the tables. She would go and like wait on the tables, and she'd be wearing like flip-flops, like whole flip-flops. If you've ever been to Smokestack, just know that they've had shit on the floors. Like a grown man walking on their carpet, by the way, with the dining room's covered in carpet, and a grown man walked with his shoes covered in his own human shit and walked through it. It's just fucking gross. This other one was called BJ's, this other restaurant. It was a pizza bar, and again, I applied to be a server and they hired me as a cook. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I mean, I took the job because I needed it. Like, I really needed it. I had just gotten out of jail. Their, like, servers were, like, in a couple of these restaurants that were in Mingus, it was just, like, young college girls. Like, young college white country girls, you know? I guess I wasn't given the vibe. And they wanted me in the back. Yeah. It was a weird town. One restaurant, like, never hired me. I applied to them a couple times. And they were, like, even more, like all the servers were girls. It was like that dynamic. Never gave me a call. Never. I lived right around the corner too. And then this other one was really fucked up. This place was called Mary's, and it was like more of a restaurant than either one of those two. BJ's and the Smoke Shack was like, really wasn't anything special. This one like had like a lot of business. They had people come from like all over the world apparently to come eat her chicken fried steak. If you just look up Mary's, I think it's just called Mary's in Strawn, Texas, you should be able to find it. Take a look at that chicken fried steak and tell me that you actually think it's appetizing. It's flat. It's literally like this flat. They smash it down to where it's this flat and it's big. The seller is that it's huge. You can get like a small, a medium, and an extra large. I watched her do it. And it was like rubbery. It was gross. Like, their restaurant sucked. I'm telling you, that town was fucking strange. I gotta do a video just talking about Mingus, Texas. Like, for real, in my experience, my time there. Okay, let me move on. Something that always brings a smile to my face is absolutely my cats. Absolutely my cats. I don't know where the other one is. And my boyfriend. What's the hardest you've ever worked on something? Probably this right now. Trying to just do this. Make videos and be consistent. And losing weight. That's actually probably like realistically, like literally the hardest thing I've ever worked on is losing weight. And I'm almost fucking there. I'm almost there. I'm almost to my goal, bro. One thing you'd like to achieve by this time next year is finally being at my goal weight. And I don't know. I'm just going to say it. Getting closer to being a YouTuber. That's it. It sounds so cheesy to say, but I gotta like own it. That's what I want to do, you know? Damn, I think we got through a lot of questions. Bro, I never painted my nails. I had fun. And I hope you got to know me a little bit. Hope you know a little bit more about me now. I am welcome to answer any actual questions any of you guys have, especially if you made it to the end of this video, which thank you, much appreciated. Now we know each other a little bit more. So till next time, we will do something like this again soon. Have a wonderful Friday, and I'll see y'all next time. So as always, take it easy. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.